What's up, guys? Mark here with Bluecloud, and today I wanted to talk about getting feedback for your app. Having someone test, review, and provide feedback is crazy important to the success of your app. And one of my favorite Bluecloud podcasts was with guest and gamer Trey Smith, where he says, if you think your game is great, then it's 50% done. In order to make a great game, you need to test, and test even more to polish the game. So today I wanted to give you a couple free tips to get people to actually test your apps and provide quality feedback that will allow you to make crucial edits to your projects. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the ask. I firmly believe that 99 out of 100 people are generally great people that would be happy to spend 2 minutes to help you out. But you need to master the way you approach everyone that you're asking to help. And the most successful people in this business and in any business are the ones that network constantly, ask for help, and know how to approach people. Now, to get the best responses and reviews, the first thing you need to do is build a quality app. And if you want someone to review your app and give you serious feedback, you need to put something that replicates that effort in front of their face. Your app should be polished before asking someone else for feedback. And what I mean is, you should be so sick of playing your game or testing your utility or whatever it is to the point that you know everything about it and you can't think of any other way that you could possibly improve this thing. It should be at that level before you ask somebody else for their feedback or a serious review. And the second thing you need to do is to be personable. Before you ask someone, especially that you don't even know, introduce yourself. Learn more about who they are, what they're working on, and start developing a relationship so that the person testing or providing feedback actually knows who you are. And this is easy to do, and I promise it's not as scary as it sounds to reach out to a stranger, and you'll get a lot better results the more you do this, the more practice you have. The third thing is to ask for honest feedback. Having the ability to identify and fix what people dislike or are confused about with your app is incredibly powerful. And even if you have an app already published and someone leaves a 1-star negative review, that's okay. It's actually great because we can update our apps and come out with even better and stronger products. The fourth tip is to be specific. Instead of asking for someone to download your app and provide some feedback, ask them something specific about the design, the user interface, the monetization, the retention, the onboarding experience, etc. The more specific you are with testing instructions, the tighter your project will be. And next, ask for shares. Again, we want to be personable and develop relationships and not be a nuisance to people. But if you have an app and somebody really likes it, ask them to share it with somebody else. It doesn't have to be making a post for the whole world to see on Facebook or emailing all of their friends and texting everybody in their phone book. Just have them start with somebody next to them or one person they know, or maybe an expert that could help you out with a specific detail they can connect you with. Most importantly, provide value. Offer something in return for them taking the time out of their day to help you. A lot of people trade reviews, and that's cool, but I'd challenge you to take it a step further. Offer your services. Maybe you have a lot of experience running Facebook ad campaigns, or you have a great design team you can offer, or even just providing feedback about their icon and screenshots. I personally have several Apple devices, and sometimes when I ask for a favor, I make it known that I have an iPhone 7 or an iPad Retina running the latest operating system, so that if people need me to test their apps, I can do so on multiple devices running different operating systems, which seems to help a lot. So to sum up, build a quality app, be personable, ask for honest feedback, be specific with your testing instructions, ask for shares, and provide value. You'll probably want to send them a huge thank you also if they're offering their time, but these things are really powerful. Next, I wanted to talk briefly about how to get these testers your app. So once we've approached them, once we have some people that we're ready to get to test our app, how do we get the app in their hands? And if you're working on a project and it's not yet available in the App Store, you haven't published it, it's not live, you can send people your app still. And one way to do that is with TestFlight. TestFlight is this awesome service. It's been around for a long time. And it's also an app that allows you to upload your project and send it via email to others for testing. And it makes it really easy for someone to test your app, especially if they have a TestFlight account already. If not, it takes about 2 minutes to set one up. It's completely free. But what I also like about TestFlight is you can provide specific instructions like I mentioned earlier. You can make a note of what changes were made from build to build in TestFlight. And if you're looking for something specifically like an onboarding experience or feedback on your retention or your design, you can make a note in TestFlight so people know what to look for. Another way you can get feedback if your app isn't live is to send them an application archive file. And this is really easy to do. You can basically export your app or have your programmer export your app as a file and send it to others. And once someone receives this file, they can add it to their iTunes library and their device just like they would with a normal app. Another way to get feedback for an app is to just record a screencast. Make a 2 to 5 minute video that shows your app from start to finish. It's really easy to do, really quick to do. If you have the code, you can run what's called a simulator that shows your app on your computer screen just as if it were on an actual device. And you can record your computer screen. Or if you have the app build on your actual device, on your iPhone or your tablet, you can connect your device to your computer and record your device's screen easily with tools like QuickTime. My favorite way to get feedback is to ask people in person. You get so much more value face to face. My friend Ryan Kelly once suggested hosting a pizza party and inviting 20 friends over and having them all test your app. And I absolutely just love this idea. Having someone in person and being able to look over their shoulder is far more engaging, and you'll get so much more out of it than asking somebody 1,000 miles away. So to sum up, TestFlight, application archive files, recording a screencast, and asking someone in person are all great ways to get feedback. Wrapping things up here, the big takeaway is that there are endless people out there that want and are available to help you. Take advantage of who you know. These small iterations in our projects are what lead to the big impacts in our revenue and the successes in our companies. Also, the more people you can provide value to, the more someone's going to be willing to help you, and that's going to lead to a better looking, sounding, playing, and more fun app. So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you learned something and that you also are more motivated now to reach out to friends, colleagues, and introduce yourself to somebody new so that you can help them with their business and that they can help you with yours. Catch you later.